And all right. Welcome. What's going on, everyone? This is Pablo Mentor over here, and I am with Ale La Fresita Pimentel Roque. And we have a very special announcement. If you don't follow us on social media, you probably don't know what you should know, because you know who we are. You know you be following us. Come on. But we have a very special announcement, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to go through on this announcement. So before we get started, I just wanted to say hello. What's going on? How are you, Ale?
Hello. How are you guys? I'm good. I'm super excited for the announcement that we have going on. It's long overdue, honestly. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So I'll give you the honors to announce it.
Oh shit. Thank you. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. It's long overdue. I've been wanting to do this for a long time as well, because I'll go ahead. So the announcement is we're making an event together in Las Vegas, which is where you live, right? And it's going to be amazing. Everyone who wants to go to Vegas and get fucked up and just drink and everything, yeah, you can do that. But also you can train, invest in your mindset, and make more money through these type of events, meet new business owners, new entrepreneurs, new people. I think that's amazing, right? And then after you meet all these great people, you can go get a drink or whatever you want to do. But it's long overdue. So can I go ahead and tell the people watching this how we met?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'd love to hear that.
Classic communication. It's so we met through a friend of ours, right? A dear friend of ours. And you were studying under him, and then we did an event together. Shout out Brian Casella, everyone knows him. And I did an event with him, and I think I forgot which event, but you showed up, right? And it's so different. Like the person I met that day and who you are right now, and who I see you on social media and posting your shit and all that, I'm like, wow. And that is inspiring, you know? And this is exactly why I want to do an event with you. Or I've invited you to my podcast as well, because first of all, and I know you're the same, we don't associate with people that we don't admire in one way or another. I'll speak for myself, right? I'm not someone that you just, I'm going to do an event with, Joe Schmo from down the corner, No, I got to know this person, and I vouch for them, and I know that they know their shit, So that person I met, and then you started learning, and I remember you were very inquisitive, like asking a lot of questions, and you always showed up, no excuses. So that immediately, I remember Brian and we were talking like, damn, like she's onto something, like, is she on crack or something? That energy, very contagious as well, So immediately that stood out, and it was fucking amazing. And then as things evolved, you started learning a little bit from the image consulting side with me, and you evolved. I started noticing, I remember in the back of my head, I was like, God damn, she knows how to dress. And even sometimes you asked me, sometimes you didn't, but you started really, really like understanding the power of image, and understanding how through certain colors or certain things you could stand out, and in your videos. So I don't know, the perception, I really don't know what you're doing, but the perception as an image consultant that I see is someone who's winning, someone who's successful, someone who's making sales, right? And I'll pass it back to you after I finish with this. I recently became a father, right? You know this because we talk. And now I admire you more, because you continue throughout the whole pandemic, whatever you wish to call it, which I shouldn't be saying it like that on Facebook, because, hey, Zuckerberg, we're okay, we're good. Yeah, all good.
Moving on.
No, so even after all these things that happened and how the market changed, you continue to push and show up and share your videos. And then I saw that you're starting a networking movement or something like that with other business owners. So it's very impressive, It's very impressive because it's very hard to be an entrepreneur and be a salesperson, or be someone who's, hustling and putting themselves out there, and being a father. It's super fucking hard. And understanding how to stay sharp and all that, and be a content creator. So I think that's amazing. I admire you for that. And that's exactly why I wanted to come with you and be like, let's do something together. Because I know on your end, your stuff. You are an expert in your own field, and I'm an expert on mine. So together, I know we're going to bring a lot of energy, good energy, and a lot of things that people will benefit from, because you've been there. I've been there. I've been in the position of student as well, and I've paid and be like, you know what? This works. And if you apply just one thing like you did or like I did, and that's why we're together here talking, we actually apply what you learn, what you actually apply it, sky's the limit. So with that being said, it's amazing to have you here. And I'm very, very honored to do an event with you as well.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate everything that you said, because it was a journey for me. And I was kind of reflecting on it too a couple of days ago, saying, wow, we met at those events. Now we're doing events on our own. And, you know, it takes for you to put yourself out there, because I was nervous. Like you said, I started mentoring with Brian Casella, and, you know, I would just be sitting behind my phone or my computer looking at him and his lectures. And when he put out the event, I was nervous to even attend. You know, I mean, I am outgoing with my friends and all of that, but it's kind of nerve-wracking at first to put yourself out there and meet new people. And I totally get that. So that's how it all started. It's me going to those events, me being, like you said, being consistent at going to those events and investing my time and my energy, my money. But that's what it takes. It takes for you to surround yourself with the right people. And you too could one day, you know, do events with us and be up here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Would you say that environment matters?
Oh my gosh. I think it's the main thing. It's the main thing. Whoever you look at somebody and you say, hey, I admire that person. I like what they're doing. I want to acquire those qualities, those habits. That's the person that you need to be around with. And you need to do whatever you need to do to be around those people. And it sounds kind of weird if you don't know what we're talking about, if you've never put yourself out there and tried to be around the, you know, people like that. But that's what you have to do. You have to make your way. You have to get in there. You have to be consistent so they could notice you, like you guys notice me.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. You have to be there. And yeah, like it's Vegas. I'm super excited that you're coming.
Fucking Vegas, baby. It's the town to be. I mean, come on. Business.
We're gonna party a little bit.
We're gonna part. Of course we are. We're gonna up and up for VIP. If you guys want to go party with us, come on. You gotta be VIP. But it's all right. You know, sometimes we forget, because we are on our own thing, right? We're on our path, and we forget that we were once students. I was once very nervous to go into America and learn from someone else. Like, I didn't have the money. I had to borrow money from my mom. Be like, please, mama, please give me the money to attend. And she was like, but who is this guy? Why do you want to learn from this guy? I'm like, well, just please. So you have, just like you said, you have to do whatever it takes and show up. I think that's the main thing, right? Showing up. Just by showing up, you have no idea the possibilities that will open, the doors that you will open just by buying that ticket. If you're not in Vegas already, right? Maybe you're in LA, maybe by driving, or you're in Miami or New York, whatever, right? Or attending via online. And so I remember the first events that I attended, because I live in Mexico, it was online, pure online. But you're right, you're kind of nervous because you don't know who you're going to meet. And there's these like butterflies in your stomach, and be like, do I really want to attend to this place? And I don't even know anybody. And but when you push through that uncomfort, you know, like, okay, fuck it, let's go. And you go, and then look at us. Look at the things that you've done with Brian as well. And look at all the connections that you've made through going to these events, making your own events. Like, the possibilities are enormous. And this is just one event, but maybe on the day of the event, maybe we do a business together. Maybe we meet with another bit. Like, you have no idea the possibilities that will arise from you. Just, I know it sounds corny, and, you know, I don't know where you stand right now in your life, but by pushing through the outside the comfort zone, because everybody knows this, everybody hears about it on social media, but very few people walk through the fire like you did, like we have done, right? We see the comfort zone, we know we need to push through, but it's one thing knowing it, and there's another thing actually applying it and doing it. And I think you've excelled at that. You have excelled. All my expectations as an image consultant, and I'm like, damn, you literally know. So why don't we talk about that as well? Because this is selling with style, right? First of all, I think that as a woman, you are inspiring a lot of young women out there as well, right? Who are maybe also mothers, or I don't know, because you look good, you're consistent in your actions, and you know what I'm saying? And you are, I mean, you're putting yourself out there just like you said, and it's hard. You're like, I don't know if the message is getting out there properly, but you know, fuck it, let's do it. So why don't you talk about a little bit of on that, your journey or your mindset on what's your mindset when you put on a dress, when you are about to do a call, or, you know, make a video or something like that?
So I'm glad you asked that, because I wanted to mention it before, and how you mentioned that I went into your program and I learned from you. And one of the things that I never forget is that you told me, and all of us that were in the lecture, but you were talking to me. Well, I felt like you were talking to me, like we all should. You mentioned that you don't have to wait to wear your best outfit. You don't have to wait for a big event. You don't have to wait for some big thing to come for you to wear what you want to wear. And that's what I used to do. Before, I used to be like, oh, I really like this, but you know, I'm just gonna wait it out. I don't think today's the day to wear it. And I would just put it off. Well, now, since I heard that message, every day is my special day. Every day is when I should wear that. And that helped me so much. That helped me every day, when I wear something, when I'm getting ready, I'm like, okay, today's the day. What am I gonna wear?
Yeah.
And I think that really translates into everything that you do. Every conversation that you have over the phone. It's like we as realtors, we make hundreds of calls every day, and you don't have to wait for just one call, like the special call that's going to say, hey, yeah, I want to sell, to give it your all. You have to give it your all in every conversation, in every hello. And that helps me a lot with every video too that you make. Everything, it translates.
Yeah, I remember we always say how you do anything is how you do everything, right?
Yeah.
So if you look good, you're probably a good realtor. You know, if you look like that, I can already in my mind, maybe not consciously, but subconsciously, I'm already making up a whole story. Well, she looks sharp. She's probably professional, right? She's probably going to have my best interest, even though consciously you're not correlating. Oh my God, did you look at her fucking her outfit? That means that she's going to have a great communication as a realtor. You don't think about that, you know, it happens very quickly. But I got a question for you, because I'm very, very interested about that. Once you started, because I noticed the shift when you started like putting up beautiful dresses and like fucking big ass hats, and something that like you really stood out. And then I met you again on Miami, or I don't remember when we saw each other again. And out of all the people, like you stood out. So how did that shift on yourself, but with your customers as well? Like, did you notice a shift on people maybe being more open to you, or?
I would say not with people, because like you said, people don't just, sometimes they don't know what they're attracted to. It's all like subconsciously. So, but the shift was within myself. So I was more comfortable with myself. I trusted myself more. And that's what led me to wear whatever the fuck I want to wear, honestly. because I get love and hate about what I wear. Some, and that's how it should be. You should get both sides of the coin every time. If you're not getting both sides, then there's something fishy going on. So there's people that say, hey, I wouldn't even know that went together, and it looks good. And some people kind of laugh at it. So I'm comfortable with both reactions. I don't focus on one. I don't focus my outfits on what people are going to think. I focus on how does it make me feel. And that translates into sales, into how I interact with other people. Yeah. It's all about how it makes me feel. And if it makes me feel good, then I'm going to have better communication. I'm going to be maybe in this camera. If I didn't look good, if I didn't prepare for this or try to put myself together, then I would be a little bit more self-conscious. I'd be like, oh shit, So every time you have the opportunity to prepare yourself so you can have better image within yourself and others will notice.
Yeah, you're right. Because this is selling with style, right? That's the name of our event, selling with style. So if you're not prepared, you don't know when the next big deal is going to show up. Like I remember I had a break here in Mexico. A guy contacted me out of the blue, out of nowhere. And then I remember, well, but I'm not, should I call him right now? I'm not like, and he wanted to do a video call, right? To have me on a TV show, on a national TV show over here in Mexico. I've been on TV over here in Mexico. So he just contacted me randomly on social media. He was, hey, I'm a producer. Let's jump on a call right now. Are you ready? I was like, I don't know. Well, yeah. But it's like you say, if you're not prepared, if you don't get ready every day, when that opportunity knocks at your door, you're going to be like, I look like an unmade bed. And then guess what? Maybe on my social media, you look at me and be like, damn, that fool looks fucking, on point. He looks great with his suits. But then you meet me or then you call me and you, in quotes, catch me off guard and I'm a totally different person. What do you think in your mind is going to happen, right? If you're not congruent, like you said, if you're not doing this for yourself, you're doing it because you just want to show off. That's when most people fuck up, I believe. Because they think style is not for them. They think style is for others and to get praises, or especially as women, right? Oh, I want men to look at me. Oh, look at my ass, this, that. And men also, they want to be like, yeah, posers, right? Look at me, I'm a serial entrepreneur, this, that. And okay, all of that is great. But is that really you? And then I think you said it beautifully. You have to know yourself, be comfortable with yourself to be able to communicate it on the outside as well, because that attracts. That to me, the whole game of selling with style is, yes, there are techniques that you and I know very well, NLP, tonality, certain things, right? How to create rapport. We can teach all of that all day if you want. But if the identity, which is, in other words, your image and your style, if the identity is not the foundations are not on point, are not correct, it doesn't matter how many tools you have available, because in your mind, you'll be like, no, I'm a cholo, I gotta be a cholo. But hey, fool, you want to be, the first billionaire in your family. I'm not saying that you, by being a cholo, you cannot be one, but you know what I'm trying to say? And this comes in mind because I just saw a movie that actually has to do with that. Shout out to that movie. It's called Flaming Hot. Okay. And it's the story of a cholo, literally. The guy that invented on Cheetos, he was working on Cheetos and Lay's and Fritos and all that. I don't know the company. I think it's Pepsi.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. So, but he was the janitor, right? And he was a cholo, and his mind was like, yeah, fool, this, that, and represent, like click, and all that shit, right? All hood, yeah. But then he was like, no, I need money, right? I need to get my shit together, and I need to be off the streets, and I need to take care of myself and my family, this, that. And he started making a shift in the mind on his identity. And then with that, then slowly the shift started on the outside as well. Because if you look at yourself as something, your mind is always going to protect that identity, right? So if I'm a cholo, or if I'm a, I don't know, whatever, I'm using that as an example because it's funny, right? But your mind is it can be either empowering, or it can become a prison. And then you want to do something outside of that. But wait, hold on a second. No, I have to stay consistent with my identity. If this is who I am, I cannot be playing golf. Cholos don't play golf. You know what I mean? Even though you might be the best at it. So that's something that I see with people when I try to change them with their style. The first like barrier is their own limiting beliefs, right? Their identity issues. Oh, if I'm a Latino, I cannot wear these colors because I'm going to look prietito. I'm going to look like more brown. And it doesn't matter, bro. It does not matter. You have to work on your identity. So I think you touched on that a little bit, right? I think that is the first step. And I think that's the first myth that we can talk about, because we don't want to give too much on what we're going to cover, of course, that day, come on.
You got to show up, man.
You got to come through, fool. But I think that's the first myth. If you want to add something to that, and then we'll cover a second myth.
So I mean, you said it perfectly. Now, like you said at the beginning, even though you think style is not for you, you're always creating an image. Even though style is not for you, you're still creating that image that style is not for you. So I want to really cover your awareness. It all starts with being aware, because like I said, you think you're not doing something, but in reality, you are creating something. In every single moment of life, we are creating our image. So you have to really think what you really want to be.
You're right. I'm just writing this down because that was kind of deep, at least for me. So even if, let's say that you don't want to show up to a place and you don't want to communicate, you don't want to say anything, but just by not saying anything, you are saying something. You know what I'm saying? You're communicating something. Exactly. So you're the type of person that maybe just stay silent. You don't want to say anything with your words. That communicates something, right? Let's say that we're on a debate right now, and there's a third party. There's another person over there, and he has something to say, or she has something to say, but if that person doesn't speak up, first of all, we're gonna earn we're gonna, how do you call it, rule the conversation, which is, I think, it's pretty bad, because everyone needs to stand up for themselves. But second of all, let's say that we're asking something, what do you think about that? And if the person doesn't respond, he's giving me like I'm the right, he's agreeing with me by not speaking up. So exactly. if that's how I got it from what you just said. Even if you don't want to, you're still gonna create something, even if you're not taking care of your image, you still have an image, whether you take care of it or not. You still have a style, and you see, as an image consultant, people mistake what I do with just pure fashion. And if anything, I think you know more about fashion than I do, because I've seen you're more into like trends and fashion and all that. I love fashion, but I'm not really a fashion guy. I'm more about communication, about perception. How am I being perceived? And what do I need to communicate to be able to convey my message to the world, and to the people that are going to attend, and to the people that I want to attend to this event? Because I'll speak for myself. When I do these sort of events, and when we do these events, it's not because we're going to become rich out of it. Like, come on, man. Come on. It's not like, woo, yeah, I'm super successful and I have a Lamborghini. How do you do it? I did events. No, like no one has become rich through just events. You can ask the best public speakers, Anthony Robbins, Grant Cardone, whoever. They make money out of it, but they do not become rich out of it, right? So it's more about sharing the message and connecting with the right people, because then through that, it becomes sort of like a networking event, right? But the second myth, go ahead.
No, relationships is everything in life for me. So right. Just by doing these events, you get to meet new people, you get to meet potential business partners, potential everything. So that's why I do it. It's because I want to know who's out there that is for me, and for us.
You're right, because there's gonna be business owners over there at the event. I already know, right?
There's
gonna be important people. So if you guys Maybe you're struggling right now with your business or with money. Go there and just show up, just fucking show up. And from there, show up sharp, by the way.
First of all.
First of all, right? Yeah. Make an effort, right? That's another thing that I wanted. That's like the second myth that I wanted to discuss. People think that it's not important, right? Like, well, what's really important, Ale, it's the message, it's what I think about, it's what I stand for. Nobody pays attention to what you're wearing. That's what most people say, right? And in my experience and in your experience, that is completely the opposite. Oh, yeah. Maybe people are unaware of it, but people do judge you. People do judge the cover of the book. Like, we do it. We do it. You might like it, you might not like it, but it is how it is. That's how the world works right now. I'm not saying that is good, right? I'm not saying that, oh, this is the best, we should all be judging each other. No, but I understand the psychology behind it. Like, I understand that why this happens, right? I understand that this is a communication and an evolution of communication when we were living in tribal times. And I know I'm getting very deep because people are like, wait, what? You're talking about tribal? But yeah, it's when we didn't had communication, like a language, all we had was our visual senses, right? And our senses, smell and touch. But you couldn't touch another person from another tribe. You could just see them and assess the situation based on what they were wearing, how they were moving, their body language, this, that. So you were back in the day, tribal times, you were either, is he a friend or a foe? Fast forward to today, we still have that flight or fight survival mechanism. I'm not saying that that's right, but it's still there inside of us. So when you're putting yourself out there as a salesman, I'm a salesman. Before I consider myself an image consultant, I'm a salesman. I sell a lot of stuff. It's not always image consulting. What I do other shit in my life, which allows me to have money, buy a beautiful house, provide for my family, right? I know the feeling of putting yourself out there and door knocking, cold calling. Because here's the question. Do you think that people create an image of you while you're calling them?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely. So if I call somebody, I'm like, hello, how are you? I mean, what? No, I'm going to hang up on you. So that's why all of those things, when you cold call, you have to put a smile, even though they're not looking at you. It's highly, highly recommended that you put a smile on your face. Like Brian said, my mentor, he put a mirror in front of you and look at yourself. Are you smiling? Are you sitting up straight? Stand up. All of those things, even though they're not looking at you, they're hearing you, and all of those things translate, and you want to make a good impression on them. So that's why things are very important like that, even though they're not looking at you. And I do want to mention something that you said about, back in the day. It's crazy that we're pushing that thing of not judging people, because either way, we're gonna judge people. And it's not a bad thing. Sometimes it could save your life. Sometimes, let's say I'm walking with my 2 little kids on the sidewalk, it's kind of getting dark, and I see 3 big dudes with hoodies on. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, let's not judge anybody, and like, life is good and beautiful and I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm gonna kind of turn around and go where there's more light or whatever. So yes, I think we should really embrace the fact that we are able to judge, because it's important for me and for safety and for just making more money as well.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I couldn't agree more with that, because I mean, maybe the word has a bad connotation because people have misused it, but I just flip it. And NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Okay, let's not call it judge. Let's call it assessment. Let's assess the person. Let's assess the communication. Let's assess his fashion, her fashion, the context, the everything, right? Like you just mentioned. Well, maybe they're good people, but why would I place myself in a situation where it might be good or it might not be good? Let's go with another, what's more common sense, which is not common at all, right?
Yeah.
In sales, you mentioned it, because this is selling with style. You have to assess the communication and the personality of your customer, right? Because you're we're like tailors. I'm a very intense, straightforward, straight shooter type of person, right? Like the what's the word? The amiable, you guys, the realtors have like a system, the amiable, the
Direct.
analytic, the direct, right? Well, whatever, right? The direct. I'm like, give it to me straight. How much do I have to pay? Don't bullshit me like quickly. Don't make me waste my time.
Yeah.
But I'm a salesman, right? I cannot be like that all the time. If I'm with an old lady, and and I cuss a lot, I'm not gonna be like, "What's up, bitch?" You know what I'm saying? You want to buy this shit? No, fuck no. Of course, I'm not gonna do that. I need to assess her communication, her style, right? Because you've been in the program. There are 7 different styles, and it's based out of the same bullshit that you hear everywhere. The amiable, the direct. It's the same, but we give it different names. But there are 7 different styles, and they kind of help you, guide you through, okay, so she's a natural, she's romantic, she's seductive, she's dramatic, and with that, you're like, okay, if she's wearing a lot of soft pinks and like a knitted sweater, it's giving me something subconsciously, right? I'm not gonna go all direct on her or him for that matter. So you're absolutely right. Even for money and sales, you need to be able to judge or assess a person. And then here's another thing, and I think we can start wrapping it up after this, and I'll say it and I'll pass it back to you, because again, I don't want to give up too much, because I go on and on because I love this, right? We're passionate about this. It's not that you have to stop being you. It's not that you're fake as a salesman. I'm never fake. I've lost hundreds of deals because I've stood for what I believe in, right? Even if the sale was already there, like, no, I don't deal with your type of people, and this is my values, and I stand for what I believe in. So go with another person. I will refer you to another person, right? But through assessment or through judging, there's people that tell me, well, but you are direct and you have tattoos and this and that. How can you stop being you to tailor yourself to the needs of that old lady that needs a more soft, more, romantic, like, oh yeah, really? Oh, I understand. It's not that I'm faking it, but to me it's more of, well, if I go to a wedding, I need to wear certain things. If I go to a dance club, I'm going to wear different things. So to me, it's more about being smart. I'm not going to go to the gym. I love suits. I'm not, after this, I'm going to go to a Krav Maga lesson. I'm not going to wear a suit. Come on, I'm going to wear gym clothes, But people have it backwards and they think, no, but you're being fake, bro. Or like, how do you stop being you because you just want to sell them something, What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's another limitation that, we were talking about limitations, and that's a big one that I always hear as well. Even when I started with, just making calls, being a realtor, my parents, my family, they would hear me make calls and I would sound different. They were shocked a little. They were like, whoa, you kind of don't sound like that. Why are you sounding like that? But you have to get over that. It's a lot of the limitations that we give ourselves are because of other people, because of what other people say about us. And you have to just get over that. You have to keep your goal in mind. And my goal is not just to sit here and look pretty and make calls. No, my goal is to sell homes, help people, and help my family, and have a brighter future. And what I have to evolve, I have to do what I have to do, and I'm not being fake. I'm not being fake at all. And it's just how you see yourself.
Yeah. I think you're right. It goes back to the identity, how we can empower you or limit you just by defining yourself as, oh, I'm a cholo again with the cholo. Cholos are gonna be like, hey, fool.
Cholos are not gonna come.
Oh, cholos, come on, man. You gotta show up, man. Come on. I got nothing but love, baby.
We love you.
We love you, fools. Oh man, we're gonna have the creeper cholo feet. You remember that video, cholo feet?
No.
You haven't watched that video?
Yes,
cholo
yes.
feet. Come on, yeah, we're gonna have cholo feet. Come on, man. But yeah, so we can go on and on and on and on and on. But I think that's, for me, that's enough. I don't know if you want to add something more. Do you want to talk about?
No, just remember, show up if you want to level up and if you want to know the right people, be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. This is coming from two real motherfuckers who have been there. We've been broke. We've been weird. You know, we've been like awkward. We've been through the whole stages, and now we can sit in front of you and tell you what we've done through experience, and not because we did it once. We've done it 100 times, and we've paid people to show us the way, and it works. It fucking works, and that's exactly what we want to share our message with the world. And we have a very special right now, like, because this is the announcement, right? So if you're okay with that, Fresita Pimentel. For those who don't know what fresa is, come on, get it together, niggas. Oh shit, I said the word. Anyway, let's do it like this. So it's gonna be online and in person, right?
Correct.
The first two people that sign up for either live or in person, they're gonna get a book if it's online, or a consultation if it's like a one-on-one with us after the event, right? Like a one-on-one, because it's a lot of information that you're gonna get, and we're gonna have guest speakers as well. So it's not only Ale, me, we're gonna have other people over there. So you're gonna be like, oh, and then you don't know what to do. So the consultation afterwards, I think that's pretty fucking amazing, because then we help you like bring it down to earth and tell you, okay, well, this is step 1, go do it. And then the step 2, go do it. So I think that's pretty fucking amazing. For the same price of the live in person and online, we're not going to change it. So the first couple of people that sign up, we're going to do that. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's perfect with me. So you're saying they have to sign up in person to get the one-on-one with us. And then the third person that signs up, it could be in person or online, they get the ebook, right?
Yeah. So any person that the first 3 people that sign up right now, whether if it's online, they'll get an ebook. If it's live in person, they'll get the free consultation, and we'll do it for 24 hours.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
let's do it. We'll leave the link down below right here. You can go there and sign up. If you have any questions, of course, you can contact directly Ale Pimentel. How can they find you?
Instagram is Ale Pimentel Roque.
At Ale Pimentel Roque, and Alejandra Pimentel on Facebook, right? Well, with me, it's just at Pablo Mentor. That's it, and that's all. At Pablo Mentor. It's an old gringo. At Pablo Mentor, or at Style Systems. If you have any questions, go to stylesystems.com. And we're probably gonna do more of this on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Before the event, because the event is on August, the last weekend of August, 26th. So on 26th of August. And remember, Vegas, it's a great venue. I've never been there, but I saw it. I've seen you doing more events over there. You've done other events, and it looks so fucking dope. Like, do it for the gram. It has so beautiful background. It's amazing. Yeah. Anything else that you want to say?
No, thanks for having me. And I'm just excited. Yes,
I'm excited as well. So stay tuned, because we're going to have more of this, and we're going to have the guest speakers as well come here and do like a tiny little show and talk about what we're going to share on the event. And that's it for us. Be the best version of yourself.